Hello, I'm Dr. Maria Papasadero here at Nature's Touch Naturopathic Clinic. Have you ever felt scared or felt even traumatized, especially when you were young? After reading a book called Scared Sick, I decided that it would be a good opportunity for me to discuss a little bit about how trauma can affect your current state of health and mind. So, when we're young, there are different circumstances that come into place, different relationships that come into place where trauma can happen. And this is a moment in time where you feel so scared and shaky, extremely nervous. Obviously, there's probably crying, it's very emotional. And these moments in time is what creates an opportunity for basically chronic disease to creep in. And we will see this over and over again where an adult will come in, with anxiety, depression, or pain specifically. And when we look back at their life, we will see some points in their life where there were some kind of trauma, where they were basically scared sick. And so they were scared when they're young, and now it's a manifestation of being sick as an adult. And if you think about an onion, it's basically peeling layers of an onion till you can get to that core root of the emotion that might be contributing to somebody's health. I'll give you a few examples, especially when patients do come in, and you can see this correlation between their emotions as well as their physical symptoms. So one classic example is somebody who's suffering from hypothyroidism. So hypothyroidism is basically a thyroid condition where your thyroid works slow. And your thyroid's right into where your throat is. So it's basically your throat chakra, which we consider it. So it's your voice. And so a lot of these women, especially women who have this diagnosis, if you look at their pattern of behavior in the sense of these are people who have an inability to say no. So they're very people pleasing. They also have this kind of maybe this opportunity where they wanted to be more creative, whether it was artistic, singing, drawing, whatever the ability may be, but it was shut down. So either, they had a family very young, so they weren't able to express that part, or maybe they had a parent who didn't allow for that part and they had to become someone else. And so this becomes their voice. This is something where they feel like they cannot speak up. They don't have a say in what they're able to do, and it's all part of this manifestation of suppressed emotion in their throat, and it manifests then in their thyroid. And so these women will develop hypothyroid conditions. Another classic example that I often see at the clinic as well is women who have certain menstrual issues, whether it's endometriosis or fibroids or things like this. When we look at the connection between a uterus and a breast, for example, this is the connection that a woman makes to their mother or some kind of parental influence. So it can be a father, but most of the times it's the mother. And so when there's a discord or a disconnect between child or daughter and mother, then you will see a manifestation of some kind of symptom that's being expressed now in the uterus or even potentially in the breast. So sometimes breast cancer can appear that way, or if there's some kind of condition at the uterine level or ovarian level, then there could be a discord or some kind of dysregulation between how a child feels in relation to their mother. So whether there was, a mother who decided to just pick up and leave, whether there's just a relationship issue, whether the mother had alcoholism, depression, and then you have this disconnect between child and mother. So you will see this then present in adulthood. And when we look at pain traditionally, there's one book that's called, even if you look at the books by Louise Hay, where she talks about you can heal your life, and how each symptom of what people are experiencing can be related to this emotional suppression. So we will see this over and over again in people's disease. So it's very important to kind of go back and basically you want to unravel those layers in order to basically treat the root cause. Because yes, you want to treat the physical symptom, you want to treat the pain, you want to treat the hypothyroidism, you want to treat, whatever pain it might be going on in the ovaries, uterus, irregular menstruation, things like that, or maybe infertility. But in the end, you really need to treat the mind, and that becomes very important in making that brain and body connection, or that mind-body connection, where we're treating both the mind as well as the symptoms. And so in naturopathic medicine, we're able to use different modalities to do that. We can use, nutrition and botanical medicine and some supplements to really help with the symptomology. And but then when it comes with the mind, we're looking more at homeopathy, even acupuncture, or things like even Bach flower remedies, or things like that, where we can get more into the energetic of fears, phobias, anxieties, compulsive behaviors that people have in order to compensate for those fears. Okay, so it's very important to make that connection and really bridge those two things, because it's not just about the symptoms, it's about what's being suppressed. So I hope that's clear. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can please feel free to email me, and check out my website at www.naturestouchnd.ca. And there you can also download my free ebook, which talks about the 10 wellness tips that I give, to start your journey to wellness. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Bye-bye.